When we read in ancient scripture, we usually look for a sequence, a straight line of events running from the distant past to the present. We see Adam, then Noah, Abraham, and Moses. We treat these as a standard chronological record of things that happened once, a long time ago. But the Quran describes its own structure differently. It operates less like a history book and more like a closed operational circuit. Chapter 39, verse 23, defines the physics of this system. It calls itself a book of mutashabihan mathani, corresponding, oft-repeated folds. This means the flood, the fire, and the mountain are not isolated historical moments. They are the same topological pattern manifesting at different coordinates. Like origami, the timeline folds until these events stack directly on top of one another. Because these narratives form a closed loop, the entire system is waiting for an actuator to run the code. In a folding geometry, every point on the loop eventually connects. By standing at the center of that architecture, you become the active node the system is currently processing. To engage with a structure this precise, the reader has to find a way to plug into the circuit. The protocol for this is found in verse 33-37. While it appears to discuss a change in social naming, it functions as a structural severance. The verse interrupts inherited biological lineages and overrides social expectations. It forces a divine command to take precedence over the names we are born with. This severance strips away the reader's reliance on their culture or ancestry. It leaves you as a single isolated coordinate, which is the only state the system can successfully activate. Once you are isolated from your external anchors, you are positioned at the absolute center of the tesseract, verse 90-10, which shows you the two paths. In this model, 90-10 operates as a live PN junction, a strict binary switch. The suspended circuit holds potential energy, requiring an input signal to determine its direction. Both pathways originate from the same seed, forming identical geometric mirrors, separated only by your chosen polarity. Your internal orientation at this coordinate dictates which path the system executes. The forward path is triggered by verse 19:12. O Yahya, take the book with strength. Gripping the book completes the circuit, turning the reader into an active participant, the first of the Muslims mentioned in verse 6163. This stands in immediate opposition to the reverse path in verse 241. Do not be the first disbeliever in it. Here, the book and its confirmation are present, but the grip is released. The energy can no longer flow, and the entire system freezes. According to the text, Iblis cannot hold this title. He was never given this book to hold or reject. The title of first disbeliever belongs to the reader alone. You hold the inaugural position in your own loop of time. You will either be the first to submit or the first to reject the confirmation you have already received. Figures like Moses and Noah entered the absolute limits of the fire and the flood and returned, proving the return path is traversable. Their records are the stress tests that verify the geometric map actually works. The Quran is a living memory. It is currently interrogating your current state in real time. The tesseract is waiting. Will you activate 1912, or will you be the inaugural node that chooses to freeze the system?